Hey everyone, I'm Jenna,
I'm Clint, and welcome to the Enchanted Parks and Ports podcast.
where we chat Disney, Universal Cruise Lines, and beyond.
Welcome back, my enchanted friends, to the Enchanted Parks and Ports podcast. Today, we've got a great episode for you. We're going to do a little bit of a different spin on the last episode that we did. We're outside March Madness time frame. Everybody knows Michigan won the national championship. March Madness has come to an end. But Jen and I, we just can't skip a fun bracket style comparison of rides across Disney parks. But before we get to that, Jenna, first episode on YouTube. This is it.
It's happening.
Charting new territory.
Yeah, I love it. So, for anyone who prefers to watch this way, we have a new way for people to watch. Make sure that if you're listening right now and you prefer to check out YouTube or give us a follow, subscribe, all these good things, feel free to pop on over there because we exist in many spheres now.
Yes, we do. We just keep trying to grow the brand. And speaking of growing the brand, I've got to throw out some love. And I've got to throw out some love to your husband. You know how great this guy is.
He's good.
He's more than good. Lucas is an amazing guy, and our listeners over time who have been with us on the non-video version have heard about this. But as many of our listeners have probably noticed, we have new branding.
Yay! New music, new logo, all the things.
And so we have outsourced that to our own Imagineering department, aka Lucas Anderson.
Yeah.
So we're just going to say, Lucas, we appreciate you. Thanks for investing the time, helping us to improve our product for our listeners. Brother, you're killing it. The new logo is outstanding. The new music, I'm loving that. So props to Lucas, and we appreciate him.
Yeah, we do appreciate them. And yeah, exciting to kind of like part of the purpose of relaunching now is we're into our second year of doing this podcast. So it's a nice little way for us to mark change, mark the fact that we've been at this for a year. And thank you to everyone who's kind of stuck with us or joined us in the last year. And we're excited for another year ahead.
Well, and I got to be honest, I think as we continue to build in year two, part of me way back when we did episode one, which I think if people want to go back and listen to, it's probably a little bit funny because, you just get better with stuff over time.
Yeah, sure.
But it's one of those that at that point, I probably did think to myself, like, how long is this going to last? Right. It's like, do we have the stamina?
Yeah.
And not only have we had the stamina to reach a year two, but we've had the stamina to branch out across other platforms.
Yeah, and the courage, because it is a thing where you're putting yourself out there in the universe. So support us, show us some love, make us feel like we have some support as we do this, because it's exciting to get to share all of these things with people, but it's really exciting when we know people are listening too.
Very much so. All right, let's just jump into a little bit of news highlights. You've got something that's actually, Disney just continues to kind of remorph their promotions. Like I haven't remembered a time where I've seen this level of promotion on iteration from Disney. I think it just kind of says a little bit about how much they're trying to get guests into the park right now. So you've got another one that Disney has come out with that our listeners can take advantage of.
Yeah, so this was a similar offer last year. We have a Disney Plus subscriber room offer. This time Disney Plus Perks members specifically, and such strong offers, right? So this is specifically for summer dates and specific summer dates. We're looking June 21st to July 1st, July 5th to July 8th, July 12th to August 5th. So you'll notice some key dates have been left out of those chunks, and it's select nights at different resorts within those dates. So all of that being said, if you luck out with availability, there is some amazing set rates for different resorts, like really strong. We're talking Disney's All-Star Sports for under $100 US a night. But we also have across tiers. So we have Disney's Art of Animation resorts for Cars family suites, which I would say might be the most popular to book, even over the Nemo suites, which are better location, but people just love a Cars suite, you know? Like for Cars lovers, the fandom runs deep. So that's a fun one. We have Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside. Maybe would luck out on a new refurbished room because we're about halfway through there. Then we have Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa and Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. So all of these offers are live right now, but limited in availability. So definitely speak to a travel advisor, one of us or otherwise, to talk you through the offers that are at play right now. Because like Clint said, there's so many different offers with different terms and different ways that they can be combined. And it just becomes a confusing puzzle that you don't need to navigate without someone else being like, hey, I've done this puzzle before. Can I help you? So you have the correct picture. So that is my advice with more summer offers coming out is, yay, amazing savings. Also have someone guide you through it.
Yeah, my sleeper pick on that list, especially based on our last resort visit, Saratoga Springs. Like
Yeah,
I
we were
think there's a
both
lot on
surprised.
this
Hmm.
list that is going to get some love. That one for me is the sleeper pick, refurbished,
Yeah.
beautifully done. I know the drawback to the internal bus loop. I get that. I'd probably still sacrifice it, but this one, incredibly great offer and
Yeah.
one that I would hardcore look at.
Hear my pitch out for people who are like, love this resort, but the internal bus loop. Think about how much it would cost you to do minivans every park day, even every park day, my friends, and run those numbers, and you might still pick this one
Yeah.
with private rides. You know what I mean? So it's just like I hear you, and is it actually like worth writing off? Because that pool is beautiful. The proximity to Disney Springs, unheard of. The ambiance, the refurbished rooms that are like, Disney light in a way, right? Like the black and white theming, the little bits of Disney character, a lot of Disney horse. That's this resort.
It is, and beautiful grounds. I mean,
Beautiful
the
grounds.
grounds on this at this resort are fantastic. You can walk to Disney Springs.
Oh yeah, we have I told you this is like our regular playground stop. We will grab treats at Disney Springs and head over to Saratoga Springs. That is our new play with Disney Springs because it is so close. I think it was like a 5-minute walk when I timed it from the playground.
Yeah,
So
totally
just
is.
just a great pick. You have a news highlight too.
Yeah, so Starlight getting a little elevation, pun
Ah,
intended. You like that, huh?
that was good.
Yeah,
That
I
was
did
good.
that on the fly. Um, so
That was even better. I hope you like were sitting there before the podcast being like, I've got this.
so with that, Peter Pan and Wendy, they've got their float, but their float's been kind of reimagined a little bit, and they are now soaring over the Magic Kingdom. Fantastic, just new effect, incredibly beautiful. If you've seen it on the socials, this is one of those things that would pull me back to the parade.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It also like I'm in an era where it's really hard for us to wait for fireworks right in front of the castle to watch Tinkerbell fly. So this is a fun like pivot to that I could maybe see getting more into with my young family.
Yeah, and I think it just continues to show the elevation that Disney Imagineering and just kind of their planning department are trying to bring to all of your experiences. They're
Yeah.
trying to wow you at every moment, and here's another chance where they're really working on that.
Oh, totally. And it is a beautiful, stunning parade and way to end your night to begin with. And so the fact that it's elevated even more is amazing.
All right, so with the news handled, we're going to jump over and we are going to compare some rides against each other, bracket style. Again, we put together a bracket using, yes, what everybody's using now, and that is a little bit of AI. Had it kind of rank based on what popular websites are saying. So this is not Clint's
Okay.
opinion. This is not Jenna's opinion.
No.
This is kind of what is out there on Yelp and all these other places. So accuracy could be a question, but we're
Sure.
going to go with it.
We're gonna have fun regardless. Yeah.
And now that our listeners are potentially seeing us on video, they do get to see Clint in his old man glasses because this print is way too small. And so from that standpoint, we've got 1 to 16 non-thrill rides. So we are talking kind of your traditional dark ride,
Yeah.
pseudo dark ride matchups on this list. And we're going to go through and we are going to pit them against each other until we get down to a final winner of what we believe to be the best kind of dark ride category ride on Walt Disney World property across 4 parks. The other thing that listeners may see with this bracket is there's potential that not all parks are represented equally.
Right.
Right? Because some parks have a heavier slant with this style of ride. They're all represented.
Yeah.
But it's just not equal.
Well, yeah. Animal Kingdom is what? Navi?
Yeah, maybe throwing the safari in there also
Okay,
just as
yeah.
a it's not dark ride, but
it's
it
a
is
ride.
not a thrill ride.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to jump in. We're going to go kind of bouncing bracket to bracket as we roll through. So, and caveat is we have to agree.
Yes. Which wasn't too challenging, but there were some discrepancies.
There were some discrepancies, a little compromise, those kinds of things. And I think this may be a little bit more challenging.
Well, the thing with non-thrill rides is it becomes often more nostalgic.
Yep.
Like the family rides often have a lot more personal meaning for people that like why is Dumbo more popular for some families than Aladdin's Magic Carpets when essentially we're talking very similar structures, but families will have particular memory, story, tradition with one of them, right?
Very much so.
Let's see how this unfolds.
All right, so here
Glasses
we
on.
go.
It's getting
Glasses
serious.
on.
Clint has
Things
the
are getting
glasses
real.
on.
So with that, we're going to go our 1 seed versus our 16 seed. And this one breaks my heart because one of these rides is going to lose out of the gate.
Okay. What do we
And this is a
have?
Magic Kingdom versus Magic Kingdom matchup.
Yeah, I have a feeling there will be a number of those given this category.
So our number 1 seed, Haunted Mansion, versus
interesting.
our number 16 seed, People Mover.
Oh, wow. 16
Yeah.
for People Mover?
I didn't set the seeding. The universe did.
That's a hard one. Why did that happen?
Yes, why? Why, people? Why?
One is Haunted Mansion. Like, or People Mover. I don't know what to say to that. Run me through your thought process.
For me, I think this just goes down to absolute classic Disney, right? Like if you walked into a Magic Kingdom park, East Coast, West Coast, universe, like, and this ride wasn't there, you'd be going, what the what? Right? I mean, like if Haunted Mansion is not in one of the parks, it is a major miss.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for as much as I love People Mover, I visit the West Coast regularly.
Right.
And there's no People Mover. Do I notice it? Yes. Is it a deal breaker? No, it's not. So for me, Haunted Mansion wins this one without a doubt, just because it wouldn't be a Disney park if it didn't have it.
I also, Haunted Mansion, I like for a couple of reasons to be the favorite in this. Not that I, like, there are more days that I go to Disney and do People Mover and skip Haunted Mansion than the other way around. But Haunted Mansion is the more immersive classic dark ride experience. And I've talked about this before, but I really appreciate original IP to the parks. Like that are not based, yes, now we have a Haunted Mansion movie, but that are not based in a movie. So I think that's really cool. The history of this ride with like all the Easter eggs for the Imagineers who worked on it, I think is pretty cool. So I think I would give it. I also like that it has holiday overlays at
Yeah.
one of
And
the theme
on
parks
the West
on
Coast, I
the
wish
West
they did
Coast.
it on the East Coast. Come on, get caught up with the times.
They
Like,
on
give the
the East
people what
Coast
they want.
they do the gingerbread house, don't they? Am I making that up?
I'll be honest, I've never ridden it that time of the year, so I can't speak to it for 100%.
I think they do a gingerbread house in the dinner party scene. Fact check me in the comments. But yes, but holiday overlays at one of the coasts. We're kind of blending coasts here, but I think we're gonna give it to Haunted Mansion, but begrudgingly. Goodbye, people
Yep.
mover.
That
We
that
care
was
about
that
you.
was painful. All right, now we're gonna go kind of the middle of the bracket. A couple
Okay.
that people are rating is pretty close, and I'm gonna be interested to see where this one comes out on top. And we've got two that I do believe one is very beloved, and we've got a duel between two different parks. So
Okay.
we have Navi River Journey
Yeah.
squaring off with Toy Story Midway Mania.
Oh, mania, no question. Are you?
But is it?
I think yes. I think it's no question. This is the rewritability, the fact that it's situated in like both of our maybe favorite land in any Disney theme park. Is part of you rooting for Navi right
Well, there is an aspect of Navi though that I think has to come into being
now?
acknowledged
Okay.
before Toy Story runs away with it, and that
Sure.
is Navi River Journey has single most quality animatronic
Yeah.
of any animatronic ever built anywhere in any park.
This is true. And this is like also a heart of Disney attractions is the animatronics, but it doesn't hedge out Toy Story for me. Also, like, don't get me wrong, Avatar, I understand. People love Avatar, but people love Toy Story.
Yeah, I think the thing with me is they did bring it with the animatronic, like no doubt. The
Yeah.
difficulty is that the rest of the ride is let's see some beautiful bioluminescence and some
Mhm.
screens.
Yeah, and like I love some beautiful bioluminescence and some screens, but my family's gonna have consistently more fun with the competition element of Toy Story Mania and the kind of just like I don't know, like we were talking about recently this idea of well, we talk about it often on the podcast, this idea of adults playing, right? And like
Yes,
Disney gets to bring that out in people, and I think Toy Story Mania is a prime way that Disney gets to allow for that kind of play to happen.
it really does. And to your point, the rewritability is just through the roof. I mean, this is one of those rides that if the lines are right, you're looping this thing.
Oh yeah,
Right?
this
I'm going to do it and then I'm going to do it again. And if I can squeeze a third one because A, it's quick, B,
yeah.
it's a short queue, all of those things, man, I am all over it. Like, can I beat you more than once?
I've told you before that Abby and Lucas will power walk ahead of me to try to get back in the line before mom can be like, there's a plan for the day.
Yeah.
Like they love this attraction.
All right. So now we're moving to kind of a middle tier 5-12 seed matchup. These are often upsets in the NCAA tournament. However, I don't think it's going to go that way for this time. So we have the number 5 seed, Frozen Ever After,
Okay.
against Magic Kingdom's staple, It's a Small World.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting matchup because Frozen Ever After is so good. It's so good. I love that ride. And Small World just offers something entirely different. It's the nostalgia, it's the Mary Blair, it's the ode to like women Imagineers, it's the original park kind of vibe. What comes up for you?
Well, for me, this is a battle of like way old school animatronic
Yes.
versus newly refurbished, brand new animatronic.
Yeah.
It's just, and again with this, you have iconic music that's kind of battling each other for those of us
Right.
who may or may not love It's a Small World being rattling around inside your skull all day after having ridden it.
I think,
Um,
hold on, I need to let people know who are not travel agents that they play that song on the travel agent hold line sometimes at 7 a.m. I just
yeah,
want people to know, and don't get me wrong, love you, Disney. Actually, often am bopping along to the hold music, but whoever decided It's a Small World should be on there, no, no.
Yeah, that again, villains move, right? There we go.
Somebody was laughing when they added that to the queue.
I think again for me with this one, I got to give it to Frozen, like the
Yeah,
ride style, the animatronics, the way it fits in the Norway pavilion. I mean, it's such an anchor for World Showcase. I mean, it prior to a couple of new rides opening and or being refurbished, it was the rope drop move in
yeah,
Epcot.
yeah.
So I'm going Frozen Ever After. Where you at, my friend?
I want to say Frozen Ever After too, but again, this doesn't feel like a slam dunk in my heart because Small World is just so nostalgic Disney. But I do think that Disney has to evolve, right? And this is a perfect example of keeping what's kind of true to Disney attractions in this dark ride, audio animatronics, but updating it in a way that brings in kind of like my kids, right? So I'm gonna go Frozen Ever After too.
Okay, so as we close out this side of the bracket,
Yes.
so one of these rides, we've got to finish off this, will end up going to kind of working its way to the finals. So we have, again, a intra-park matchup with two rides. And this one's going to be a bit painful. I think it's obvious who's going to win, maybe. But we have Remy's Ratatouille Adventure over at Epcot
Okay.
against Living with the Land.
What do you mean who's going to be obvious? Are you thinking Remy's the obvious pick?
Like, I think a lot of people would go, it's got to be Remy's Living with the
Those
Land.
people
But
are incorrect.
I would, I mean, even with the new 2D aspect, right? It's been refurbished. They've
Yeah.
gotten rid of the funkiness of the 3D.
It's got to be Living
And
with the Land.
as
It's
good as it is, I am going to give it to Living with the Land. I am with you. The overlays that they do with this thing, the way they work in the festivals,
yeah.
the edutainment. I mean, this ride anchors
Yeah.
the edutainment that is the original intent of Epcot Park.
Yeah.
I as much as I love Remy's, and that would be the obvious choice. Yeah, I'm giving the upset to Living with the Land.
And I love like the way that that pavilion even builds on it. So garden grill, looking over this attraction, having like the garden fresh vibe. I just yeah, I think it's Living with the Land, but it's interesting because my last argument for Frozen was it's kind of classic Disney style but updated, which you could say about Remy's, but I think the difference for me is like too much screen versus
Yeah,
Living with the Land is like that's where the nostalgia wins out for me over the new.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I completely agree. All right, we're going to jump over to the other bracket, and we're going to start with our top seeds.
Okay.
So on the other side, interestingly enough, the two rides that got top seeding were both Magic Kingdom attractions. So you can probably predict which one is the top seed on this side of the bracket. We have Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was wondering where that one was. I was honestly a little shocked that Haunted edged that one out.
Yeah. And then we've got over at Epcot, we're bringing the Stinky Purple Dragon to the mix.
Ah, we love Figment.
We do love Figment. That is the Cosmic Rewind 1.0. I know people are like, no, it's not, but I'm going to continue to contend. Yes, it is. So, Pirates of the Caribbean, Figment, where you at?
Like, don't get me wrong, Purple Stinky Dragon. I love you. I'll ride you every time I'm at Epcot and Pirates. Like,
It's absolutely Pirates. I
yeah.
mean, this is the ride that was not going to be included in Florida. They were going to keep it on the West Coast.
Really? I
They
didn't
were
know that.
not, it's not an opening day attraction.
Why did they not want to include it though? Was there kind of
Well,
skepticism?
they were like Pirates, Florida. It's
Right.
obvious. Why would we put Pirates in Florida? It just doesn't. They were going to do actually a Western River kind of
Oh,
scene instead that brought cowboys to Florida.
okay.
But the people voted with their feet and revolted and said, if you're going to go to a park, go to the West Coast because they have pirates.
And they were like, fine, you can have pirates, even a pirate lounge.
Yes. So, Pirates of the Caribbean has stood the test of time, continues to be an anchor of Adventureland. So that one wins out pretty hands down. This next one's going to be entertaining because it is another intra-park battle.
Okay.
Going with a 7-10 matchup. And this one's gonna hurt a little bit because both are opening day attractions.
Okay.
So as we reach back in nostalgia, we're pitting that against each other.
Mm-hmm.
We have Peter Pan's Flight
Mm-hmm.
against Jungle Cruise.
Oh, Jungle Cruise. No question. Even doesn't hurt. I've said before, Peter Pan, I'm kind of more neutral about. Like, I have memories of it as a kid, but she's just a little quick for the time invested often for me. Whereas Jungle Cruise, like the rewritability, like, the entertainment of having a live skipper, I think Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, I think for me, there are parts of Pirates that I really do enjoy. Like I love the Peter Pan stories, some of those kinds of
Yeah.
things, and I understand why they haven't updated this ride too much.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got a lot of really stagnant kind of animatronic
Yes.
views. It's
Yeah.
like you're looking at something
Mm-hmm.
versus experiencing something. I
Sure.
love the ride system, like the elevated kind of
So cool.
vertical track system is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just wish that Disney could find a way to bring this a little more 21st century.
Yeah.
I think that they realize that there's a risk with doing that
Mm,
because of the nostalgia factor.
yeah. This is a hard one to fight that on. Yeah.
It really does. But I think you're right. Jungle Cruise wins this one. Rewritability, like I will skip
Pan.
Peter Pan's
Yeah.
Flight in a park day. I rarely skip Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I will say, like, something interesting about kind of how kids know IP now is that Abby really knows Tinkerbell,
Yeah,
but has no idea. Like, the Peter Pan storyline is not one that we revisit often, so she doesn't know that storyline. So for Abby, this ride is like, where's more Tinkerbell?
yeah,
Because like she gets a touch of Tinkerbell, but she's like, I want more Tinkerbell. So that would be her feedback to Disney. Yeah.
yeah. How do you bring it in?
How do you bring in more Tinkerbell? She loves Tinkerbell and Starlight, though. I will say that was a smart way to get more Tinkerbell in the park.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's really good that way.
very fun. Yeah,
All right, we're gonna jump into a 3-14 matchup, and this one actually it did my heart great when I saw the bracket.
sure.
That this ride rated so high. So we have Kilimanjaro Safari in at the 3
Oh,
seed
nice.
against the Seas with Nemo and Friends.
Yeah, I think Safari.
I'm gonna agree. Here's what I'm worried about is that
Taylor.
at some point I'm gonna get like stabbed by my kid
Oh,
because I'm not picking the Seas with Nemo and Friends. I
yes.
mean, I love the ride. It's a great ride, brings the story to life.
Yeah,
You end up in the aquarium, right? You're in the whole aquarium vibe, the whole thing. But Safari, the rewritability, right in the morning, right in the middle
yeah,
of the day, right in the evening, it's a completely different experience, irregardless.
yeah.
So yeah, so Safari has to win that one. Going away, really no contest other than my daughter loves Dory.
Other than Taylor might be unhappy with said selection, but Kilimanjaro safaris too. It's again like the kind of fantasy meets reality aspect of Animal Kingdom, where you're also framing the reality of kind of getting in touch with the animal world as part of the entertainment, right?
Yes.
And getting the way the safari is designed to make it feel like you're driving through the safari where lions are right there. Obviously, there are ways that they can't get to you, but it doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't feel like that. And to realize that the safari area, like the
Yeah.
safari ride, is larger than Magic Kingdom Park.
Like, isn't that wild? And we
It's
were talking,
amazing.
yeah, it's just incredible the amount of space and the conservation efforts that are part of that attraction, right? You probably could
Yeah.
also argue part of Nemo with the aquarium, but I don't know. My heart is like baby Cora. Like,
Yeah, done.
yeah, done.
All right, so we're going to our another mid-seed matchup, Cross Park Duel. And this is original IP versus kind of long-standing Disney IP. So we get, and I was surprised at the seeding on this one, but we get a number 6 seed in Spaceship Earth
Wow.
against
A
a
lot
number.
of a lot of dads love Spaceship Earth.
I'm a dad who loves Spaceship Earth.
Like I know, and I'm a mom who loves Soren. Like I just there's some consistencies we can count on. Obviously there's exceptions, but I will say like there is a certain niche for Spaceship Earth that will fight hard for it. Maybe not just dads, but many dads.
Yeah, and speaking of, you just helped me to remember a ride that didn't even make this bracket because Soren's not in here.
I think that was in our thrill ride bracket, wasn't it? Which
Oh, it was in our thrill ride
I
bracket.
find
That's right.
interesting that that's how that was labeled by AI, but okay.
All right, so we have Spaceship Earth going up against the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I wanted to tell you about this ride before we actually cast this. I've been for listeners who've been following, and I said like, I don't know, sometimes the Winnie the Pooh can get a bad rep with the littles because of the rainstorm scene. It can be a little
Yeah,
bit spooky, and then you go into also like this wild dream sequence that can be a lot. But we have had a request to go on that ride next time we're there. So we're recovering in my household. But
that's awesome.
just to say that could cause some drama. Spaceship Earth, I think the more the critique from the littles is like very education,
Yep,
right? Yeah,
incredible education. You ride length. I mean, Spaceship Earth, you get a good dose of air conditioning,
you
right?
do.
I mean, it's. I think the difficulty with for me with Spaceship Earth is it is just in that kind of dated category, right? I mean the Omni Mover is great. They've done some things to try to update it. Um, for me, Winnie the Pooh doesn't need updating.
No, it's just
Like this ride is so perfect in all the ways. You get the kinetic. I
yeah.
mean, who doesn't love Humpalumps and Woozles? I mean,
Right.
come on.
Right. The bouncing with Tigger is fun. Like
Yes.
there's different aspects there. You know, with Spaceship Earth though, the like kind of surreal afternoon, you're getting this AC break and you go through the star scene.
Oh, so good.
So good. Like it's hard to write that off because that is such like I don't know, nourishing, I want to say, moment for the
Yes.
soul almost to have that kind of slow down moment. But I
It
do,
is the last half of the ride that
yeah.
makes that ride for me.
Oh, totally. But I do think that Winnie the Pooh is just fun.
Oh, it's pure magic, right?
Yeah.
And if you're even if you're rope dropping other things, Winnie the Pooh is on the list. It's like
Hmm.
I'm going to Seven Dwarfs and Pooh, or I'm going to
Yeah.
space and like Pooh is that
Pooh's
second,
in
third
the
move.
equivalent. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think Pooh takes it here.
I do too. All right, so we're going to jump back and match up now that we've got round one. This is going to move a little bit quicker, but we have the OG Haunted Mansion against kind of the new school kid in Toy Story Midway Mania.
Haunted Mansion versus Toy Story Mania. Ooh, I want to say haunted.
Yeah, I'm going Haunted. It's
Yeah,
just that old school anchor attraction. As much as I love Mania and
yeah.
it's got the rewrite ability and those kinds of things, I've got to go Haunted Mansion. It is just that epic OG.
The scale of immersion, too. That's always one thing I'm
Yep.
comparing these types of rides to. Yeah.
This next one's going to hurt a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So we have Frozen Ever After
Uh-huh.
against Living with the Land.
Oh, I know. See, this is actually an interesting comparison because we were comparing new to old
Yeah.
before, and we said, no, sorry, Remy, nostalgia wins. But in this case, I think new wins.
Yeah, I don't see how I mean, even though Frozen is a second ride makeover, right? This is
Yeah.
not the original attraction.
No.
Um, it just brings it. I mean,
And
the
it
way the
works.
Imagineers have done it, and we're in a new animatronic landscape. If
Yeah.
we were in the old animatronic landscape, I may choose different.
Right. If it was the screen faces, but
Yep.
we've moved on from that. And also, like it kind of ties together for me the World Showcase element with the we're at a Disney park element.
Yep.
Right? It's the Norway vibe. We still get the Norway cafe, but now there's like a Christoph coffee, which makes sense because there's a you can meet on NL, so you can go on their attraction. Like I think that is the way that other pavilions should be headed, in my opinion, is the idea of anchoring it with some kind of Disney IP.
Well, and to your point, um, you've said this is there's a lot of Disney princess in the Epcot park.
Yeah,
And this is one of those that just brings that core Disney princess to this particular portion of the park, right?
totally, totally.
It builds it into a World Showcase, makes it something that adults can enjoy and
Yeah,
kids can just, identify with.
totally.
So I think we're going with Frozen. All right, jump into the other bracket. These are going to get interesting because we've got some heavy hitters matching up against each other. So we've got Pirates of the Caribbean
Uh-huh.
against the OG, the very first ride that was designed on any coast anywhere, Jungle Cruise.
I knew those two were going to go against each other somehow.
Yep, they're colliding.
Um, that's hard, but Pirate still has it for me.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know if
this
you
is
agree.
where no, I'm with you. And this is where one of those that I've got to it's not quite the slam dunk that it is if this were West Coast Pirates.
Oh, okay. West Coast Pirates is easy battle.
I do love the East Coast Jungle Cruise. There's
Mm,
just some things on it that are different than the West Coast, some of those kinds of things. But I do think that you're right. Pirates of the Caribbean is the clear choice here. It's the one that people clamored for in the
yeah.
park, said we have to have it. Yes, we still do have to have it. It's amazing.
Now
So,
it's
all right.
interesting that like Jungle Cruise is a tier one on multi-pass and Pirates is a tier two, but we just selected Pirates.
Yeah,
So that's interesting, but that could also just be a wait time standpoint.
definitely is a wait time. And it's the one I think sometimes from that standpoint, Pirates does get a little bit of a shade from the standpoint that it's just so efficient, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
never
great.
think about rope dropping Pirates,
Right. Yeah,
but you will rope drop Jungle Cruise in a heartbeat.
sure. Yeah.
But it's only because of efficiency.
Yeah, because you got to actually drive a boat. Like this
Yep.
takes some effort. Yeah.
All right. So the next one, this one's going to be entertaining a little bit. We got the 3 seed in Kilimanjaro Safari going up against the beloved Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Mm, I think Safari, hands down.
Yeah, I'm going Kilimanjaro Safari absolutely. And it because it's again, this is a battle of your like third priority
Yeah.
rope drop, right?
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro Safari you're hitting it, but only because it's of the time opening at
Yes.
Animal Kingdom Park,
Yeah.
right? You go Crush Pandora, you're over to Safari. If this were opening for early entry, this would be one of the pro moves at that park,
Oh,
without a
totally.
doubt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to go Kilimanjaro Safari on that one. All right. We're in the final four phase of this particular
Okay.
bracket. We have Haunted Mansion going up against Frozen.
So different.
So, this ride makes the finals.
Yes. They're so different, but so good, each in their own way.
So good.
Um, Part of me also appreciates kind of the length of Haunted.
Yes. I think here's where I'm going to make my case.
Okay.
And it's not for Frozen, it is for Haunted.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's the pre show.
Oh, yeah.
I
Mm,
mean, the stretching room, if you don't hear the words, welcome to the haunted mansion, and you
yeah.
don't like, oh, I mean, those are statements that ring in your ears
Yeah.
when you're not in the park. I mean, do I like a good let it go? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
the total package that Haunted Mansion brings for me,
It,
even in the
yeah.
landscape of new animatronic, yeah, it's got to be.
Okay, but here's the thing. You've never actually had 3-year-old princess loving girls
No, I haven't.
on a Frozen ride, right? Do you remember the guy we talked about in our last episode
Yes.
or a couple episodes ago? The guy on Flight of Passage who was just absolutely feeling like he was riding on a banshee and it was contagious to be around.
Yeah.
Like, imagine watching your girls in height princess era on Frozen, though.
That's a great point. I mean, because here's the thing. I don't know, like with Haunted Mansion, you get the this is cool, this is
Yeah.
fun, but you I don't know if somebody's going to experience that the greatest moment of my life moment
Yes.
in Haunted Mansion.
They might
Oh
on Frozen Ever
boy.
After, and they might have the even walking through the line, like the oh my gosh, we're about to get in this boat. Whoa, the doors open, there's Elsa. Like that's the moment that Disney is made for, you
It
know?
is. You're not wrong. And so, wow, are we actually gonna do this?
I know it feels wrong, doesn't it?
Are we gonna put Frozen Ever After into the finals over Haunted Mansion?
Over,
But
I
here's the thing,
should
you
be.
just you just tipped it for me because it is that piece for every young lady who gets on this ride for the very first time. It is magic beyond magic.
Oh, totally. Or hey, young boys, if they're Elsa fans, you live your princess dreams too. But it's the moment of like I think that's what people remember, right? They're watching even in the way that the ride structure set up in the dune buggy versus the boat. Like I can watch my kiddo react, right? In just a different way. I think I gotta go Frozen Ever After, as wild as that sounds. And it's probably like because I'm a toddler mom.
We are gonna catch so much grief for this move. Like if like listeners have not chimed into this point, there's a good chance that this is the domino that tells them I've got to tell Clint and Jenna that they were just not smart in that moment.
Clint is afraid to admit that he knows Frozen is the right answer.
No, I'm gonna go with Frozen. I just can't believe that I'm doing it.
I know.
Wow. All right. I'm okay.
All
It's done.
right. It's
Like
done.
Frozen wins.
We'll see.
All
We'll see
right.
what truly wins. We'll see what pairs up.
Okay, so on the other Final Four side of the house, we have Kilimanjaro Safari
Uh-huh.
and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, see Kilimanjaro was slam dunk, slam dunk, slam dunk, and now I'm like, oh, hold
Yeah,
on,
no, it is a hold on. Um,
because Pirates is just that, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, that level of immersion and stepping into, or you said experiencing, right? Story that is just really, really cool. And the fact that you don't realize how big that building is until you're in it, and all of a sudden you see the scale of that pirate ship in the cannonball scene, and you're like, where am I? What just happened?
I'm gonna agree with you on all of that.
So,
And I'm gonna say I don't know that I can get on board, and here's why.
oh,
And
you think
many of our
Kilimanjaro?
listeners may be like, that's not fair because this is a um East Coast, and you may have to walk me back from this. But I am seriously struggling when a second best version
Oh,
of a ride is going to beat out the best version of a ride of itself, right?
interesting.
Because Pirates of the Caribbean is great. It is a
Yeah.
fantastic ride. And it's only 80% as good as its OG version on the West Coast.
That's an interesting point. And one
I
thing
mean,
that I do think is so here's where I can be swayed. Although I'm shocked if I if Pirates doesn't go on. But where I can be swayed is the fact that Kilimanjaro Safaris is a one of a kind experience.
it is. Absolutely.
There's nowhere else you can do it. Whereas you're saying there's somewhere else you can do Pirates and better.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's the same ride. I mean, I'm not comparing this to like Shanghai's version of Pirates,
sure.
which is a completely different class of ride, right? We're going ride for ride,
Yes,
Pirates to Pirates.
yes,
And I understand that they had to bake it into a part of the park where it had to be fit, but Disneyland had to do that too.
yeah.
So I think for me, to your point, I think the other thing that Kilimanjaro Safari brings is you have enchanted extras
Mm,
that can be brought to the game because this ride, this
exist.
attraction exists.
Yeah, that's true. Like the caring for giants, the even the wild Africa trek where you like go over the crocodiles,
Yes, and you can go and eat lunch on the savannah. I mean,
right?
here's the other thing. Like you people book a resort
Mm-hmm.
because this attraction exists.
Yes. Yeah.
They are willing to pay thousands of extra dollars.
I have to actually clarify for people that they're not in this attraction all the time.
No, they're not. But this
Right?
this is the
But
backstage
this is
of this attraction.
this is the yeah, the kind of continuation, right? Of and that's actually an interesting point in terms of immersion. If I think about it from a resort standpoint, and the fact that this attraction, this park opens up Animal Kingdom Lodge as a space that's almost a continuation. Okay, I can get behind that winning.
All right, we're gonna do it. So two classic OGs go down in the final four compared to their new
Wow.
school counterparts.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I wouldn't have guessed we'd end up here, but I can understand it.
No, if I'd have done it pre-bracket, this is a Haunted Mansion Pirates of the Caribbean finals
Showdown.
like showdown without a
Yeah,
doubt, and yet it's not.
it's not.
See, and this is why I enjoy doing these brackets is because
Yeah.
both times we've ended up in strange places, even
Yeah.
though in our last bracket Guardians won.
Right. Yeah.
But the matchups were wildly different.
If you had told me though, okay, who's the clear winner in the thrill bracket? Guardians, correct? Yes. If you
Yeah.
said who's the obvious winner in this bracket, I probably would have said Pirates.
See, and I would have said Haunted.
Right. And so it has led us to different places to even hear each other out. So anyway,
Yeah.
this is just to say,
Okay.
and when these are hard decisions, this is just to say how much awesome stuff there is, right?
Amen, sister. Amen.
So,
All right. So Kilimanjaro Safari,
okay.
which started out as a 3 seed, against the Cinderella story a little bit with Frozen as the 5 seed. So we got a 3-5 matchup. So Frozen versus Kilimanjaro Safari. Where you at?
So my, and I know the internet might have comments for us, but my argument is the same. Like, I guess both of them, both of these ones will create the magical wide-eyed moment, right? Kids will be like, oh my goodness, that's an elephant. Like right there. That is a real elephant, right? And that's one thing Abby asked me about the safari was, is this for real life? Like, she's trying to figure out kind of Jungle Cruise. I have a sense that's not a real elephant, right? But
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro Safaris, that's a real elephant. I can feel that energy. But the wide-eyed princess moment is so hard to beat that I just like
I'll honor that. However, I am going to counter
that. Okay.
with this is Disney
Mm-hmm.
with Kilimanjaro Safari.
Yeah.
doing a zoo type atmosphere that is focused on conservation better
Yeah.
than anybody else can do it.
Yeah, when people say Animal Kingdom is just a zoo, I'm like,
No, it's not. I mean, the
not quite.
way they have engineered these things, I mean,
Yeah,
you get to see lions sitting on rocks for a majority of the day because they care for the animal
yeah,
and your entertainment value.
yes, yeah.
I mean, this one, it's the rewrite ability is huge.
I
The
know.
and I understand that moment of joy for a young lady on Frozen, those kinds of things. But for me, this is truly what Disney's kind of about with
Mm,
Kilimanjaro Safari, and that is pushing the edge of the envelope in every aspect. To
yeah,
me, that is quintessential Disney at its core. Is
yeah.
just kind of this experience, this attraction symbolizes that probably better than anything else that would have been in this bracket.
Yeah. It's an interesting, it is an interesting way to see it because it's also like from an Imagineering perspective, Kilimanjaro Safaris is cool. Like to even just understand how they light it in a way
Yes.
that is not like intrusive to the animals. And some of the Disney Plus behind the scene documentary stuff has been so fun to watch and learn about. And the fact that you can like learn about the stories of particular animals, like Cora the baby elephant, Tucker the giraffe. Like you can kind of get in touch with actual animals over characters does appeal to me. That's a hard one. I want to call it a tie, and I understand you won't let me.
Nope, I'm not letting you. The other thing that you talk about the Imagineering, I think about like it's easy on Main Street to build spaces that you're using forced
Yeah,
perspective
yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
They do that same thing
In
on the
the
safari. They're
safari,
doing it
yeah,
with shades of color.
yes, it's
I mean,
wild.
it is ridiculous how much is baked into this ride.
And
I
yeah, the fact that it's different every time. We did see the goats get put to bed via tambourine
oh
chasing. That was fun. Like,
yep.
it's a hard, but the other thing is like, am I gonna say this is the best like family non-thrill situation at Walt Disney World? And I skipped it on my last, well, I guess I did it on my last trip, but my last three family trips.
Shame on you.
Oh my
Wow, I can't believe you admitted that.
It's
Because
a,
this is that ride that if I go to Animal Kingdom, I ride this over Flight of Passage.
oh,
I
well, we
ride
skipped
this over.
Animal Kingdom on my last three family trips. So that's the
Yeah,
problem. If we went to
that's
Animal
the
Kingdom,
problem.
yeah,
But
if
if
we
you
went,
go to, I mean, if you go to Animal Kingdom and you don't ride this ride,
oh, you've done something wrong.
like, did you actually go to that park?
Yes, yes. And like we do have things in our area that are safari-esque, but not remotely, like it doesn't even compare. And it's kind of the example of how oftentimes people will talk about going to their county fair as Disney kids and being like, what?
Yeah.
So it has a similar vibe. I'm okay to give it to Kilimanjaro Safaris, but I want listeners to know that I actually think it's a tie in my head.
Yeah, as much as I love Frozen and Frozen is close, yeah, the Safari is just it is so good.
And surprising, and I love that it's like integrated into the Wilderness Explorer stuff. Well,
Yeah,
this
so
is
if you'd have told me at the beginning of this episode, said, "Hey, Clint, by the way, when we're done with this, we're gonna have picked Kilimanjaro Safari," I'd have told you you were nuts.
right, but no, it was the safari all along, which is a lovely, also like ode to Animal Kingdom, right? So we're typically we opt to do multiple Magic Kingdom days over an Animal Kingdom day with this season of life, but we're currently in a Judy Hopps obsessed era. So we are going to be going to Animal Kingdom in May. And I'm curious if I'm going to be singing a different tune. So we'll see how
Oh.
this plays out with Littles at Animal Kingdom.
Because when was okay? So with the admission of having skipped Animal Kingdom, when was the last time Abby rode Kilimanjaro Safari?
Never. She's never been to Animal Kingdom. Clint's not okay. Clint has to
Wow!
press. Yeah, no, she's never been to Animal Kingdom. So,
I am so jealous. I mean, so you get to go. Oh, you get to go with your daughter to a park for the very first time ever
it's
at her. Oh, that is so good.
it will be, and you know what? I still have not sold half the party. It's just Abby and I that are Team Animal Kingdom right now. Everyone else is still Team Magic Kingdom 2 days. So I'll let you know what my end takeaway is after May trip.
Like, who do I need to email?
I know.
No, no, that is no, no,
And
There's no.
the reason it tipped the scales was Zootopia and Judy Hop. So I do think that's a really smart bring to this park right now. We should do a shows bracket at some point.
Oh, we
Shows for
will
entertainment.
absolutely.
Because I think that would be interesting. But for today, we're gonna end on a Savor Splurge.
Yeah, and you said you had a good one, so I'm interested for this.
I have one that I'm intrigued about your answer. I think I will know your answer based on your past trip decisions, but
Okay,
I'm curious. Okay, so here's the scenario, and we're jumping out of the parks and over to port right now.
okay.
So let's say you arrive for your Disney Cruise Line vacation. And as we know, there is often, not always, an opportunity to upgrade at port for a significantly reduced rate. Let's say you arrive at port and they say there's a concierge room available. It's 50% of the price it usually is. Now,
Yeah,
the price it usually is not $0,
no.
but it's 50% off that price for you to upgrade. Are you saving or are you splurging on concierge?
Okay, this is going to depend on what the makeup of my party is.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
if I put it in a context where I'm along with more people,
Right. Who don't
right,
get that upgrade.
who are not going to get that upgrade, they're
Yeah.
not going to shell out the money. I'm probably gonna let it ride.
Yeah.
If this is Terry Ann and I doing adult cruise, just the two of us on a Disney ship,
Special
and they're
occasion.
gonna do that, and they're gonna give me a half off. So I'm going from spending, maybe 3 or 4 thousand to probably, I don't know, probably what, 6 or 7 thousand, right?
Yeah, that's probably about it, depending. And like it's so hard to say because how long is this
Yeah. I
cruise and
mean,
what
I'm,
boat are we
I'm
on?
so I'm basically doubling my cost. Um, I
But
think the
it feels
only
like
other,
you're not. This is my Disney math. It feels like you're not because you've already final payment's gone. This is
yeah,
a
final
chance
payment's
to
gone,
upgrade.
but my credit card is going to show it irregardless. Um, I'm also going to say one more thing.
Okay.
Longer cruise, this becomes more of a slam dunk.
Interesting. Well, longer cruise, it would also become more expensive.
It would, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting more value. The
Okay.
Disney math side of the equation says, man,
There's
four
more
night
value.
cruise versus 7 night cruise. I know I'm paying more, yes, but I
Yeah.
get 3 more nights in this space that
Sure.
I paid more for.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think in this particular case, I would probably make that call at
Splurge
least once.
in those situations, a one-time thing. Yeah. I love that. I think that, yeah, it's one of those, it doesn't always make sense because, yeah, if I get access to the space and my kids don't, and they're in an inside stateroom and we're trying to navigate all those dynamics, well, that's not as fun. But
Yeah,
if it's an adults only splurge special occasion situation, maybe I would jump on it. I'm still hoping one day I'll show up at port and they'll be like, it's like 200 extra dollars. And I would be like, yeah,
yeah. If that ever
please
happens, you like text me in the moment because
run
I
to
want to
port.
know about it.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to close it out for today. We're going to say thank you to our enchanted friends out there who have been listening to the podcast, staying with us. Maybe some of those have jumped over to YouTube and are new. Welcome. Thank you. And we appreciate your support on the Enchanted Parks and Ports podcast. You can follow us on Instagram You can do an Apple 5-star podcast review. We will read it on air. You will become momentarily internet famous, at least on this podcast. So, Jenna, let's remind our listeners for this episode.
Adventure is out there. Bye, friends.